What is going on, Sagittarius? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the month of May. I finally got around to you guys, so let's hop right into it. Now, this is going to be a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that help the channel out. Let me know that it helps you out in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can check out one of my previous readings for Sagittarius. I did one last month. Or check out your rising and moon sign, and that may resonate with you. All right, so first and foremost, we're going to be hopping into your present energies right here, like we always do it. And after that, we're going to be jumping into your futuristic energy over here, talking about the end of May, going into June. Yes, June is almost here. Also, if you guys want any personal readings, I do have those open right now, so you can email me about that. That'll be in the link in the description. Also, follow me on IG if you don't already. That's at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. I'm getting active over there. So the tarot community, I would like to follow me from YouTube to IG if you want to do that. Let's do it. Crowning your reading up top, we have the Knight of Cups, and it's clarified by the Two of Wands, Sagittarius. So this could be representing some type of offer that you're wanting to make, or someone is wanting to make to you in the month of May. This could be an emotional offer that's coming in with the Knight of Cups. You know, that represents some type of emotional offer that maybe you've been thinking about making, or somebody else has been thinking about making towards you. Now, this doesn't always have to be in love. It could have to do with something that you want to do that could fulfill you emotionally, right? Some type of new journey that you want to take, or new direction that you want to head in, that you feel could fulfill you a little bit more emotionally. For example, some of you people may be, thinking about changing career paths, changing jobs, changing where you live, right? Changing what you do with your free time. Some of you guys could be adding on some type of extra curricular activity, right? Something that you want to do on the side that just could fulfill you more emotionally if your 9-to-5 job isn't doing it, or if you feel like your life is kind of mundane and boring right now. So with the Two of Wands here clarifying it, it's talking about some new path that maybe you're thinking about taking, and you've been thinking about it for a while. You've been studying it, researching it, contemplating it, going back and forth with it. Two of Wands, talks about a decision, but a lot of times the decision is already made at the Two of Wands. You just haven't made any action on it yet. So a couple of scenarios. If this is that person that's coming in, making you an offer emotionally, it could be a water sign, right? Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Could be wanting to come in and they've been contemplating it for a while, right? They could be waiting on the perfect opportunity to do this. Or you could be the one that's trying to make this to a water sign or to somebody else. It couldn't, we don't get stuck in signs, right? But some type of offer, either you're making it or it's coming into you. For other people, reiteration, some type of decision that you're making that's going to fulfill you more emotionally. A new journey, new path that you're wanting to create for yourself and move forward into that new portal. Because I'm seeing this knight walk into these two sticks. In between those two sticks represents a portal. And this is something that is probably more emotionally fulfilling or passionate. Something that you're more passionate about, with that red right there representing that passion, that fiery nature, right? The wands representing passion. So some type of direction you want to head in that's going to fulfill you on the passionate side and emotional side, right? Let's keep it moving. Queen of Swords here. And sorry, I stayed like for 4 minutes on that card, but I'm feeling that energy strong for you guys. Queen of Swords, clarified by the Ten of Wands here. So I'm feeling this is your energy for some of you guys, because it's right in the middle of your spread. You could be taking on that Queen of Swords energy that is very logical, rational, grounded, detached, emotionally, quick with her words, quick-witted, direct, doesn't beat around the bush, doesn't allow a lot of foolishness to come into her energy field. Yeah. Now, since it's clarified by the Ten of Wands, this could have been, for some of you guys, a position that you've been in for a while. Now it's getting interesting. I usually like review your whole spread before I get into the reading. For you guys, I just jumped right in. I guess the energies were like, come on, Sagittarius needs to hear this. So I guess it's getting kind of tricky, but for some of you people, I'm feeling that you could have been in a place where you were closed off for a while for a cycle. Ten of Wands representing a cycle, a completion of a cycle. A cycle that was probably heavily weighed, on you, heavily burdened. A lot of struggles and challenges surrounding this cycle that you were in. And in this cycle, probably you took on the role of a Queen of Swords energy. Like I said, does not play any games, doesn't take any mess. You probably felt like you needed to do that in order to complete this kind of karmic cycle, handle these challenges, handle everything that was being thrown at you. You had to focus. And the Queen of Swords is definitely one who focuses on her business, on, her well-being. She's been through a lot already. And so she doesn't allow, like I said, a lot of people to come in and waste her time and play with her energy. Now, for another group of you people, this could be the place that you have been developing yourself into. A place where you are able to do this, because sometimes I believe, and I don't know Sagittarius that well, but I'm feeling, that you could be maybe too caring at certain times and too giving of your energy, kind of throwing yourself under the bus so that other people can, be well off, or just having, that kind of sense about yourself where people pull at your heartstrings, they pull at, they tug at your emotional or sensitive side, and you kind of give of yourself in a way that puts you in a place where you're struggling. And I think for some of you guys, this has been the learning ground for you. The Ten of Wands represents a place and a time of you learning, kind of dealing with Saturn, right? The karmic cycles of you learning the same lesson over and over and over again until you just decide to be like, you know what? I'm not going to participate in this anymore. Like, I have learned my lesson. I'm moving on. So for some of you guys, this is what's happening, right? You're kind of build yourself up into the Queen of Swords position where you're cutting off the people that use and abuse you, the people that take advantage of your kindness, the people that look at, your kindness and see it as weakness, or that are just not aware enough to know that what they're doing is taken away from you and making you struggle and challenging your life. You're coming to a place where you're going to let them know. The Queen of Wands is very great at speaking her mind, which is why that sword is there. She is the queen of communication, sharp, direct communication. So some of you people are coming to that place where you're not going to be soft about it anymore. You're telling people exactly what it is and how it is. Like, look, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're putting me through, whatever. We're done. We're leaving this right here. No, you can't come. Yes, you can go. No, I don't like you. Yes, I like you. Very direct, right? And the phase that you've been in probably has brought you to this place for the people that I'm speaking into, the Sagittarius that are kind of in that place. Yeah, that's all I'm feeling there. So let's keep it moving. Then we have the Five of Swords here, and it's clarified by the Emperor card. Five of Swords here could be representing something that you feel the need to walk away from before it gets too out of hand. This usually talks about some type of dispute, argument, misunderstanding with a group of people or with someone else, where it's kind of going to be a lose-lose situation. Somebody is trying some underhanded type of dealings, sneakiness behind, other people's back, or just very argumentative, and if you continue in that direction, then the cards are saying it could be trouble for you, or it could be a type of situation where you lose and the other person loses. And you could be coming to the place where you're realizing it before the other person and just like, okay, look, I am going to walk away from this. Let's end this cycle, please. And then we have the Emperor card. So you could be dealing with somebody who has an Emperor energy, this person that you're in a dispute with, or, you know, wants to kind of get the upper hand on you. Could be an Emperor energy, very stubborn, very closed-minded, very controlling at times, does not budge at all. And that's why it's probably going to be like a lose-lose situation with this person that's taking on that type of energy. And you're kind of pulling back or walking away from it or cutting them off totally because you're just done. Yeah. That's all I'm feeling from these cards. It usually is more than one scenario, but that's what I'm feeling. So let's keep it moving. Then we have the Two of Pentacles here, and then it's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles here could be talking about you juggling a decision, trying to make a decision, or you being in a place where you're just juggling more than one thing. You know, you could be juggling two jobs, could be juggling two people, could be juggling two different ideas around in your head, like, do I do this or do I do that? Or trying to do both at the same time and keep it all balanced. That's what the Two of Pentacles a lot of times talks about. Like, I want to give into this and give into that. I want to work and do this business on the side. I want to be in a relationship with this person and have my friend on it. It's kind of almost like the person that wants to have their cake and eat it too. But in other instances, it could be somebody who is just trying to find balance and taking on a lot. Let's say if you're taking on a lot to your plate is kind of full, you're finding a way to balance it all at the same time. Now it's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, so this could be talking about something that you've been patiently waiting on to happen. If it has to do with your finances, you know, you've been trying to juggle your finances and kind of get them right, get into a place where, you know, everything is stable, you have financial stability, but maybe it's been kind of hard for you to get there. You've been in a long cycle of maybe not having that or having to wait, you know, until you get to a place of financial stability. Give me 1 second, Sagittarius. Okay, right back. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, you've kind of been juggling your finances is what I'm feeling off of these cards, and you're kind of waiting to get out of a situation like that where you don't have to juggle your finances or juggle these two different situations. I feel like you kind of want to bring it into that where it's more balanced for you and it's not like a juggling act. Yeah, so a lot going on with your present energy. Then we have the Seven of Cups here, Sagittarius, talking about a plethora of options that could be coming in the month of May. And all these options are different, but they could seem good. But the only problem is some of these things are clouded, you know, so it could be talking about your judgment being clouded slightly in the month of May when you have all these different options coming towards you. Because I was talking about an offer that's coming in from someone. It could be an emotional offer coming in, some type of love offer. Let me just take a look at this energy. It's a lot, a lot. I'm feeling a lot, Sagittarius, a lot going on. So, yeah. All right. Let's just keep it moving. Let's see what else uncovers during this reading. So, Seven of Cups energy. You could be clouded a little bit on making a decision. The Strength card is here talking about giving you, you know, a certain amount of strength to maybe see through the illusion, see through the cloudiness when it comes down to having a clarity, you know, a mind that's kind of more clear on choosing. Yeah, some of you guys, I don't know, I'm feeling I'm feeling like a heaviness of cloudiness. I don't know. Some of you guys could be feeling like you're lost in a certain sense when it comes down to a decision that needs to be made. Because everything here is talking about a decision, right? We have the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles going back and forth between two different things. Two of Wands, same thing. And then Seven of Cups here talking about having too many options to choose from and not knowing which one to choose, right? And so there is major arcana energy here letting you know that you are stronger than you think this month. You do have, you know, the inner strength. You have what it takes to kind of decide or make this decision when these options are coming at you. And these could have something to do with your emotional world, your emotional state, what makes you happy, what fulfills you. And maybe that's what's making the decision hard to do. But I feel like you are cutting away some things that don't serve you with this Queen of Swords card and then the Ten of Wands, which is going to bring in more clarity for you. Definitely, you could definitely be cutting out this character that is kind of like the Emperor, stubborn, controlling, wants things their way, arrogant, all of that. You could be really walking away from that, seeing that it's not going to serve you in the end. And that's what could free up your space when it comes down, or give you the strength that you need to make a certain decision that needs to be made. It could very well be about this person, but you have a couple of things happening in the month of May that you need to decide on that are coming in, and it could have to do with almost every area of life. But you could feel overwhelmed, which is why the Strength card is here, because you're going to have to kind of dig deep and tap into your inner wealth of strength to come out of that feeling of being lost, of being clouded, right? Let's keep it moving. Then we have the futuristic energy here. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Tower, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles here is usually talking about some type of collaboration, you know, that you're thinking about having with another group of people, another person, a business, an organization. You could be trying to put a team together, or some people are trying to recruit you for their team for what it is that you are expert in, your expertise. And they need you to come together and collaborate so that they can pull something off. But you have the Magician here, so it is dealing with something that you're trying to manifest too. Whoever you're that is trying to collaborate with you is they probably have the same vision that you have, or a very similar type of vision that they want to pull off too, and they, you know, both of you guys see that you could work together to pull this off. If that's not the case, then it could just be, you know, you kind of being elevated a little bit above your peers when it comes down to work, your career. People noticing what it is that you bring to the team or to the company, how you are an asset, right? And wanting to kind of like learn from what it is that you have. But this is going to kind of like push you into a place of like manifesting something that you want for yourself, that you envision for yourself, because you are in your manifesting energies with this Magician major arcana here. So something is going to be coming together. You know, this universal energy are kind of like pulling things together with the people that are going to be coming around wanting to collaborate with you. This is in business. All right, and then we have the Judgment card, major arcana, with the Hangman, another major arcana. And the crazy thing is that the Hangman is upside down, and I don't even read upside down cards, but you know, it's upside down. Which I think is a great thing. The Judgment card is here talking about an awakening that is happening, right? The trumpet is blown. You kind of awaken to another level of awareness. The universal clock has ticked up on a certain cycle that you've been in, and it's like the alarm clock. Okay, now it's time to wake up. This old cycle has ended that I was talking about before, and a new cycle is coming in that has to do with you walking in your power, your purpose, your life's path, doing your life's work, It's time for that. Now, you've been thinking about this for a while, some of you guys, for a long time, because you've been in the hangman position, just pondering, becoming more enlightened, learning a lot about yourself, looking at things from another point of view, from all points of view, from all perspectives, wondering what the best vantage point is, what's the best way to carry this out. Now it's kind of like the universe is like, okay, now it's time. You thought about it long enough, and the hangman is no longer upside down. It's being flipped right side up. So you're coming out of the place of kind of being stuck when it comes down to your life's path and purpose. And it could have something to do with some people or someone who wants to kind of like come in and work with you on something, or, kind of share ideas with you. Something about this, your collaboration with these people, spark some type of awakening in you. And it's going to be the indicator to let you know, like, okay, now it's time. It's time to move. It's time to wake up. It's time, right, to be who I'm called to be, because this is representing a calling, right? You're being called to get into position and into place and come out of the place of development, come out of the darkness where, the picture is being developed, and come out of the womb where the baby is being developed. Everything about this is talking about that. Come out of the cocoon. You're no longer a caterpillar, right? You are a butterfly. Now it's time for you to spread your wings. With these two major arcanas, and especially with the hangman being upside down, and I don't even read upside down cards, but yeah, you're coming out of the hangman position. So everything here talks about awakening. Let's go. Now, when that does happen, some things are going to fall away. Some timelines have to collapse. The Tower card talks about the collapsing of certain timelines that no longer serve you. Now, in a certain place, my words kind of escape me, but in a certain sense, that's what I was trying to say. There was something about this older timeline that kind of you liked, that brought you joy. Maybe, when you were younger, more. And when I say younger, I don't even mean like years. I'm talking about levels of awareness. You enjoyed it, it brought you joy. You could think back and still have some nostalgic times about this old past timeline that you were in. But now it is collapsing because you have to rise up. It's like this level, you made it all the way up to the top of that tower, and it was nothing left. It was a glass ceiling there. Like, there's nowhere else to go up there. So you had to be called to another timeline, another, dimension of operating, of being on another level of frequency is what I'm feeling. You had to operate on another frequency, right? And this is probably why you've been in that place of development. So now this level, that you were operating on no longer can exist. It has to collapse. And that's usually how it is. One collapses, one gets reborn, one thing dies, another thing is born. So major arcana right here for you guys: Magician, Judgment, Hangman, Tower. All that is major arcana. All that is talking about transformation. It's happening to a lot of signs. Yeah, so that's definitely here. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles is talking about, that abundance that you have been dreaming of, that you want to get to when it comes down to your vision for your life. This is you having that. And so that type of energy is coming in. Doesn't mean that it's probably all the way here for you right now. It's just the energy behind it, because before you can get it in reality, before you can manifest it in the physical material world, you have to first take on that energy. You have to first have that internally, right? Everything that this looks like, the richness, the abundance, the wealth, has to be going on internally before you can attract it externally, right? That is a universal law. As within, so without. So this is the energy that's coming in for you to take you kind of out of a place of self-conflict, right? This talks about inner conflict, the Five of Wands, clarifying it. And that inner conflict that you kind of have, let's say, about your path or your purpose or where you're supposed to be headed or what you want to do for money, or yeah, all those things that kind of fight against each other, that create imbalance, they block your material wealth in so many ways, because if it's not there internally, it can't be there externally. If you look like this internally, then you won't look like this externally most of the time. You just won't attract it. So there is a transformation that's happening internally that has to do with all these energies that are coming in. This judgment, this call, this falling away, this collapsing of older things that no longer serve you. You cutting away people that no longer serve you, cutting it out, ending a cycle, is what's going to bring you out of a place of conflict. And I definitely felt that with this Seven of Cups, kind of not knowing what's going on or what to do and how to go about the next step and carry it out. And right, but you have that Strength card, Major Arcana, coming in to give you some strength, because all this is happening soon in your future energy going into June. And I like that. That's a great way to end it right there, Sagittarius. So we're going to wrap it up for you right there. Hopefully this resonated for you. Yeah, sorry if this wasn't my most highly energetic reading. I don't know. The energies were just different for you guys this month. But overall, I like it because there's so much transformation that's happening with you. So many transformative cards. Right, so I'll be back with another reading for you guys soon, Sagittarius. Thanks for tuning in. If it did resonate, like, share, subscribe, comment, like always, and see you later.